This is a 16-day science mission. It's dedicated to various competitively selected and commercially sponsored experiments in space, life, and physical sciences. We have an international crew of 7 on board, including the first Israeli astronaut, Ilan Ramon, colonel in the Israeli Air Force. He's the prime crew member for the Mediterranean Israeli Dust experiment, and this is his first flight. All of our astronauts, of course, are now suited, and they are getting onto the elevator that will take them down to the ground floor to the astronaut van, which is waiting for them. Payload specialist Ilan Ramon, pilot William McCool, and mission specialist Michael Anderson. Ilan Ramon. He is the prime crew member for the Mediterranean Israeli Dust experiment, or MEDEX, a multispectral camera that will measure small dust particles in the atmosphere over the Mediterranean and the Saharan coast of the Atlantic. And everything continues to go on schedule today as the closeout crew is preparing to close Columbia's hatch and seal it. Once the hatch is closed and sealed for flight, the astronauts will be directed to start standard crew cabin leak checks to verify that the seal is indeed tight.
Columbia launch director.
Go ahead.
Okay, Rick, and for you and your crew, best of luck on this mission, and from the many people who put this mission together, good luck and Godspeed.
Oh, we appreciate it, Mike. The Lord has blessed us with a beautiful day here, and we're going to have a great mission. We appreciate all the great hard work everybody's put into this, and we're ready to go.
And all continues to look good for launch of Shuttle Columbia from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia with a multitude of national and international space research experiments.
Houston now controlling the flight of Columbia, the international research mission finally underway.
Roger, roll, Columbia.
Columbia now rolling on to the proper azimuth for a 39-degree inclination to orbit. Shuttle in a heads-down, wings level position for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit.
The identity of Ilan is a second generation for Holocaust survivor. Even extended our mission. And we felt that we're not only representing the people of Israel, we were representing the people, all the Jewish people around the world, and even all for all mankind.
Heard that we was just 2 brothers, and when he killed, I stayed alone, no other brother. Now I understand how important is it, the relation between brother. You know, sometimes it's during our life, it's we passed around things, and we didn't take much care about it. But after something happened to you, you can understand that it's very important to take care about a relationship between you and your brother and your family and your other close people around you. My mother was in Auschwitz, and I was born 5 years after she left Auschwitz. She was not in a good condition, you know, in a good, after she was she feared from everything, and she was worried about everything and very nervous, and it was not easy. It was influence of our life. We didn't talk about it. After we grew up and we was we got a family, our family, we started to talk about it.
Ilan Ramon, the Israeli Air Force pilot who became the first Israeli astronaut, and Peter Ginz, the kid from Prague who was taken to Theresienstadt, was there for 2 years, and then in 1944 was taken to Auschwitz and murdered at the age of 16. Ilan took Peter's drawing, moon landscape, with him on his mission, but very few know how this all came about. I would like to tell you exactly how this happened. I called Ilan in January 2002. He was then already living in Houston, to invite him to an event we planned to do for Yad Vashem later that year, and I wanted him to be our speaker. And he told me that he's a son of survivors. Both his mother and grandmother survived Auschwitz. And then he told me that he's planning to take a few items with him on the mission: a mezuzah, a small Torah scroll. So when I heard this, immediately I asked him, Ilan, you're a son of survivors. Can you also take something from Yad Vashem? So Ilan said, okay, we'll find the perfect item for you to take. Then I called Yad Vashem and I said, Ilan agreed to take something from Yad Vashem on his mission. What can you offer? This took a while until we got the perfect item. And this was Moon Landscape, created by Peter Ginz in Theresienstadt. When I sent it to Ilan in Houston, he immediately said yes. I have a letter here I just want to read briefly. A letter from Ilan. In his letter to me, he says, as a son of a Holocaust Auschwitz survivor mother, I feel and know that I carry with me to space the hope and the dream of every single soul of the 6 million Jews we lost in the Holocaust, as well as of every one of the survivors. I have met a lot of survivors during my time here in the United States and saw the light and the glare look in their eyes. Who would have believed that out of this horror will come out an astronaut? They even didn't dare to dream, but the dream has come true. It symbolizes the victory for them and for us. No one could defeat our existence and our hope and future. This is what he took with him. And then the tragedy, and as we know, the day that Ilan died, the day that the Columbia shuttle exploded, was February 1st, 2003. February 1st was also Peter Ginz's birthday. Peter was born on February 1st, 1928. He would have been 75 on the day that Ilan died. Forever, Peter and Ilan will be linked together in this special way.
Peter was very interested in all Jules Verne's novels, and we were often going to the public library together, because it wasn't a custom to buy books but only to lend and then give it back to the library. And once the clerk told him, Peter, I think you read already everything. And on our way home, Peter said, you know, Eva, it was my name, Eva, I will write a book as Jules Verne may have written. And he invented a story. It was already known about terror in Germany, but it was still before occupation of the Nazis. And he wrote an allegory on Hitler. Drawing of Peter became quite famous. Even President Bush mentioned it. And several days or some weeks after, some unknown person from Prague contacted through email Yad Vashem